What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back with another New York Giants video. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. You know what to do. You know the drill. You want to help out the channel, want to help out the Baddog Dizzle, hit the thumbs up. YouTube loves when you hit that thumbs up, man. They love it. Also, leave a comment about what I'm about to talk about in this video, which is the Kadarius Toney situation. YouTube loves when you leave a comment. Please subscribe to the channel. You got nothing to lose. All that stuff is free. Make sure you ring the bell so you know I do a video like this. Do a Giants live stream, a reaction video, a hangout, any of that good stuff. The New York Giants got off to a great start. It's probably going to be a roller coaster ride of a season. We always have a lot of fun on this channel. Come along for the ride. It's going to be a lot of fun. Trust me. And coming along for the ride this year is also mybookie.ag. They have decided they're going to come along for the football season. If you guys are into betting, hey, while the Chiefs and Chargers prepare for a battle of AFC West on Thursday night, prepare for your winning season at mybookie.ag. Some like to bet to earn and some bet to make the season more exciting. That's what I do. Either way, MyBookie gives you the most for your money with a double deposit bonus. It's quick and easy. A $250 deposit puts $500 in your account instantly, and you can use your funds to bet on as many games, contests, and props as you want. To claim your bonus, register today. Use the promo code BADDOG. Designed to add more excitement to the games and the sports you love. That's promo code BADDOG to double your money up to $1,000 in MyBookie. It's only week 2 of the NFL season, which means there's still plenty of time to get in on the action. Don't miss out. Begin your winning season today exclusively at mybookie.ag. So Brian Daboll came out and talked about exactly why Kadarius Toney has so many limited snaps, or so few snaps, if you will, in week 1. Pretty much came right out. This is by Ryan Dunleavy of the New York Post, by the way. I always like to give credit where I get my sources from. And it says the simplest explanation for Kadarius Toney's reduced role just might be the truth. Not enough practice time to prove he belongs in the field ahead of his teammates. Now, Coach Daboll shot down one of the theories that Kadarius Toney doesn't need to play or doesn't understand the playbook. Daboll said Kadarius has done a good job of learning our stuff. I have no concerns about him knowing our information. That was from Brian Daboll. Toney was held out of spring workouts, team periods, and 3 of the first 9 summer practices. He recovered from off-season procedure on his knee, and then he appeared to find a groove, and then he missed more time, including all 3 preseason games with his legs. And Daboll has talked about this before with the wide receiver position. It's a competitive situation. It's going to be evaluated on a week-to-week basis. And relatives to inactives or playtime, everybody has to earn their role. So pretty much Brian Daboll is saying just because you were the first round pick of the 2021 draft, that doesn't give you the right to see the field. You have to go on there and earn that. Darius Slayton, who led the Giants receiving in 2019 and 2020, he didn't even suit up. He was inactive. So that just tells you that he wasn't ready to play. You know, Brian Daboll said Kadarius Toney's working his way back. We had more than just 7 plays for him, but they weren't called. So there were plays for Kadarius Toney, but they just weren't called. And again, you know, this is going to depend on Brian Daboll week to week. And this is what I love about Brian Daboll. He's committed to winning. He's not, see, this is the thing. I always go out and say, you know, I'm a team guy. I root for the logo. I don't root for the name of the back. I have my favorite players, but I don't root. I'm not a player guy. If that player leaves the Giants, it's not like I'm going to sit there and root for them over the Giants. If they came back to play the Giants, like I like Odell Beckham, but if he came back to play the Giants, I'm not rooting for him to tear the Giants up. I'm always a team guy. That's who I am. And that's what Coach Daboll is. Coach Daboll is not committed to players. He's committed to winning. So if he feels that Kadarius Toney at this juncture in the season doesn't give the Giants the best opportunity on offense to succeed, he's not going to see the field. And it's pretty much that simple. So I'm not going to read much into this. I don't think that Kadarius Toney is 100% healthy, but I also believe that Brian Daboll said he's not 100% healthy. And I feel like we have other plays that we'd like to run that do not include it. Now, he'll probably have a more valuable role going forward in week 2, but again, it's going to depend on the week-to-week situation. There may be a week where we don't see Kenny Golladay out there much. Wan'Dale Robinson got hurt. I don't know the severity of his knee injury, but, you know, Daboll has come out here and pretty much said the guys that earn the playing time are going to get it. And he mentioned this in the preseason. This was right before Colin Johnson went down with a torn Achilles tendon. You know, they were talking about David Sills. They were talking about Alex Bachman. They were talking about Colin Johnson. And Brian Daboll pretty much said, hey, listen, man, it doesn't matter where you come from, how much money you make, or when you were drafted. If you give us the best opportunity to win, you're going to get out there. If you prove that you belong in the field, you're going to get the snaps. And so far, they don't believe Kadarius Toney has earned all the time that a first-round pick would deserve. You can also read into it that perhaps he's in their doghouse. There's been rumors out there that Brian Daboll doesn't like the fact that he has a rap career. They did not draft Kadarius Toney. And again, this is a new GM and a new head coach. This is not their players. The only players that Daboll and Shane, if you want to see if they're committed to, are the guys that they drafted and the guys they brought in here as free agents. Those are the guys that they've kind of hitched their star to. But outside of Wan'Dale Robinson, none of these guys are theirs. Darius Slayton is not one of their draft picks. They're like Shepard, Kadarius Toney, Kenny Golladay. None of those guys belong to Daboll or Shane. So why would they have any kind of allegiance to them? So although, you saw Sterling Shepard give Daboll a big hug at the end of the game, and they play hard for this guy, there's no doubt about it. But we don't know the situation. We're not in the locker room. There may be something deeper into the situation between Coach Daboll and Kadarius Toney. There might not be. It might just be exactly what Coach Daboll says, and that's that he hasn't earned the playing time. He's not 100% healthy, and that he has to earn his way back in the field. He's got to work his way back. We're going to see what happens in Carolina. I would love to see Kadarius Toney get on the field. By far, he is our most dynamic wide receiver, and you saw that in the fourth quarter with a couple of nice run, with a nice run and a nice catch. He's elusive, and he can be a big play wide receiver. But we've also heard rumors about they were looking to trade him. I mean, how real were those rumors? The rumors. Yeah, I don't know how much you can believe a rumor, but there's usually some truth to a rumor. Rumors don't get started out of thin air. Well, sometimes they do, but most of the time, there's some kind of source that's lets something slip, and then it goes blah, 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 blah. Then sometimes it gets blown out of proportion, but they do start somewhere. They did draft Wan'Dale Robinson, which a lot of people question, because why would you take an undersized wide receiver, a slot wide receiver out of Kentucky with your early second-round pick, especially a guy that compares a lot to Kadarius Toney? So there might have been some validity to those rumors, and maybe they just couldn't find a trade partner, didn't feel like they got enough trade value in return. Who knows? I mean, we'll never know unless Kadarius Toney is gone and then it comes out later on. But again, the whole situation is extremely interesting, and I wouldn't read too much into it. I guess if Kadarius Toney continues to see limited snaps, and you're seeing guys like David Sills out there, and you're seeing all these other guys out there ahead of him, then maybe you're going to say, like Richie James, for instance, like Richie James getting all the snaps. Richie James had 5 catches. You're like, why is Richie James getting the snaps over Kadarius Toney? But if Brian Daboll feels that Richie James gives us the best chance to win, or he's better off suited to implement the game plan on offense that they want to implement for the game that they're playing against, or their opponent that they're playing against, then they're going to use Richie James. I remember Joe Judge saying that they're going to have a different game plan depending on opponent. Now, I don't think they ever did that, but I do think that Brian Daboll, Mike Kafka, I do think that they will implement different game plans and different packages and different players depending on their opponent's strengths and weaknesses of the defense. And perhaps that's why Kadarius Toney didn't see the field and they saw Richie James instead. Who knows? It's something we'll keep an eye on as we go forward in the season. And again, if we're talking about this after Carolina and then talking about it after Dallas, you get through 3 weeks, 4 weeks of Kadarius Toney seeing limited snaps and Richie James getting more snaps than Kadarius Toney, then you might have a serious story. But I'm going to go with what Daboll said here. He does think that Kadarius Toney knows the playbook. That's a conspiracy theory that's been out there. And he doesn't have any concerns about him not knowing the playbook, but he just didn't have enough practice time to deserve to be on the playing field. So hopefully Kadarius Toney can stay healthy. He can practice all the time, and he can earn his way out on the field, and he can produce for us, because that's what he was drafted for. We've seen the talent. We know what he can bring. He'd be a valuable piece to this offense for sure. It'd be nice to have a big play wide receiver out there to go with our other receivers, to help Daniel Jones get rid of the ball quick, to be able to get a 6-yard slant to a guy that can take it 60 yards at a house. We saw that before with a guy. So hopefully Kadarius Toney's that guy, and hopefully he can earn his way in the field. But perhaps the fact that he missed the OTAs again and had all the injuries, and then he missed more time, missed all the preseason games, perhaps he's out of favor with the coaching staff. It's just something to keep an eye on going forward. But I wanted to share that with all you guys and girls because I thought it was interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments section. As always, if you made it 10 minutes, you're a legend. I don't know what else to say. If you made it this far, please like, please subscribe, and share it out with a Giants friend. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. We'll see you next time. It's a Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I'm out. Peace.